Good evening to all for this wonderful gathering for the program Right Pitch to the Right Audience. Today's session, we are going to see about the most important topic which is specifically needed in this pandemic situation, how the connectivities has been made between different kinds of devices with the name which we called as in future of networking. And we also see about the statistics of networking actually. So in this topic is specifically make it for the forthcoming session for the students to know about the background about the networking, in what way the platform is being created with the different kinds of architecture designing, which is mainly in the networking concepts. So all these things will be discussed in this particular session. So before that, I welcome our beloved Vice Chairman, Engineer EV Kumaran sir, our Register Dr. R. Satyasiran sir, our beloved Principal Dr. R. Ravichandran sir, and all the senior faculties and faculties of the department to be available in this session. So today's session will be handled by the speakers of Mr. Lakshmi and as well as Mr. Sasireka, and as well as by me to be taken in the name of statistics of network actually. So now I request Mr. Lakshmi to take over the session.
Networking is not connecting contacts. Networking is about building relationships. Good evening to one and all present here. In this webinar, we are going to discuss about the futures of networking. The speakers of the seminars are Mrs. T. Lakshmi, myself, and one of our department colleague, Mrs. V. Sasireka ma'am. Agenda of the sessions are: what is networking, introduction about computer network, when was first network created, working process of networking, why we need networking. Introduction to network. Network is referred as connecting computers electronically for the purpose of sharing information. A network means group of devices that can communicate with each other through links. So your group of devices means it may be another computer or some network devices. So what is network? A network consists of two or more computers that are linked in order to share resources. The resource may be your printer or servers, and exchanging the files or allow the electronic communications. So the computers on a network may be linked through cables, telephone lines, or radio waves or satellites. So a good example for network is internet. So network means connects thousands of people. Internet, which means it connects millions of people all over the world. So internet is called networks of network. The internet is just type of mechanism used for exchanging the messages across on computers. Next, introduction to computer network. So nowadays technology is advancing, but 10 years ago nobody would have imagined that you could start your car from your mobile phone, or automatic door opening system, artificial intelligence and machine learning, digital transformation, cloud computing, the Internet of Things, and also we cannot tell what is going to be happen tomorrow. But technology is now more advancing to predict the possibilities of the futures also. Can you imagine a world now without emails, online newspapers, blogs, chats, and other services offered by the internet? No, it is impossible. Without internet, we can't do anything. So both telephone and the computers were the universal instrument for communications. So ARPANET as the Advanced Research Project Agency Network was one of the first general purpose computer networks. United States were linked by ARPANET before to the internet. ARPANET allowed the user to connect their computers or terminals in a centralized fashion. So what is a computer network? So computer network is a telecommunication network that allows the computers to exchanging the data. So computer network is also known as data transmission network or data com. The connections between the computing devices are established either wired or wireless media for the purpose of transmitting, exchanging, or sharing data and resources. So main goals of the computer networks are resource sharing, human communication, mobile computing, access to remote resources. User can build a computer network using hardware and software. So hardware, it means it may be a router, network device, switch, or cables. Software, it means your operating system. When was a first network created? On October 4, 1957, the Soviet Union launched the first satellite called Sputnik. Then, in mid-60s, Department of Defense started ARPANET to build a first computer network to use packet switching. Scientists and researchers used to communicate and share data with one another. They need to create a communication network which was free from leakage of message. On October 29, 1969, ARPANET delivered its first message as node-to-node communication. So here node-to-node means one computer to another computer. So they shared the first message as a login. The sender machine is placed at Los Angeles, University of California, Los Angeles, and the receiver systems are placed at Sanford. So the first message is a login, shared on the network, but it was crashed. So receiver system received only first two letters LO. So the technology is continued to grow. In 1970s, scientists Robert Kahn and Vincent Serif developed transmission control protocol and internet protocol, a communication model that set the standards for how data could be transmitted between multiple networks. So ARPANET adopted the TCP/IP on January 1st, 1983, assembled the network of networks that became a modern internet. Next, working process of networking. 5 components is need for network communication. So what are they means? Message, sender, receiver, medium, protocol. So message is the actual information or data need to be shared. Sender, here a sender is a device. It may be a computer or a telephone or workstation that sends the data. Receiver is also a device. It may be a computer or telephone or workstation receive the messages. Medium is a transmission medium, is a physical path by which a message travels from sender to receiver. So here medium may be a twisted pair cable, a coaxial cable, fiber optical cable, or satellite communications. Protocol. So protocol, it establishes a set of rules that determine how data is transmitted between different devices in the same network. So components of communication is essential for networking. Next, transmission mode. So transmission mode, it is used to define the direction of the data or information flow between two linked devices. It is from sender to receiver and receiver to sender. Two types of transmission modes are there. First, unidirection. Second, bidirection. So unidirection means data transfer from source to destination, that is a sender to receiver, only one-way communication. No reverse direction transmissions are permitted. For example, television broadcasting is the best example for unidirections. Next, bidirectional. It is a two-way communication. Both sender and the receiver exchange the information. So it's classified into two ways. First, off duplex mode. Second, full duplex mode. So off duplex mode bidirectional means each station can transmit and receive the data, but not at the same time. For example, walkie-talkie, at a time only one person is share the data, another only listen. Full duplex mode means the transmission and receiving of the data at the same time. So example is a telephone conversation. So second essential thing for networking is a transmission mode. Next, physical structures, that means topology. For communication, two devices must be connected in a same way to the same link at the same time. So two possible types of connections are there. One is a point-to-point, another one is a multi-point. So point-to-point means the channel is shared between two devices, that is a one transmitter and one receiver. And multi-point connection means the channel is shared among multiple devices. So one transmitter there and multiple receivers are there. Example, broadcasting. So here topology. Topology means it explains how a network is physically connected and the logically flow of information in the network. So the term physical topologies refer to the way in which a network is laid out physically. 5 topology types are very important in networking. One is a mesh topology, second ring topology, star topology, tree topology, bus topology. So mesh topology means here each devices or every devices has a dedicated point-to-point link to every other devices. So here what is the main advantage of the mesh topology means if any one of the link or failure means it will not disturb the other link. So continuously we sharing our information. Main disadvantage means installations and reconnections are difficult in mesh topology. Example is one. Ring topology. Each and every device is linked only to its immediate neighbor. It's in a circular form, circular shape. So we call it as a ring topology. It's easy. Its advantage is easy to install and reconfiguration. Its difficult is if any one of the node is failure means the entire ring affects the network. Next, star topology. Here, one device is act as a centralized controller. We simply call it as a hub. So, here hub system is act as a middleware between all the nodes. So, any node is requesting for services or providing services first to connect the hub for communications. So, here the main advantage of star topology is fault identification is easy. Main disadvantage is if your central hub is fail means entire network will fail. Bus topology. So one long cable acts as a backbone to link all the devices in the network. So bus is connected various connectors and the drop lines within the computer. So main advantages of the bus topology is easy to install, but its disadvantage means it's difficult to add a new devices in the network. Next, tree topology. It is a combination of your bus and star topologies. Network types. There are the various types of computer networks. Among them, here we will discuss few types of networks. So first network is a local area network. We simply call it as a LAN. It is a computer network that interconnects a computer within a limited areas. So example for LAN is we connecting networking within a building like schools, laboratories. Second network is a MAN, metropolitan area networks. It covers a large area than that of a LAN and the smaller areas as compared to the wide area networks. That's the third type. So example of the metropolitan area network is a cable TV network. Third is a wide area network. It covers multiple cities or towns. Example, internet. Next, PAN. So personal area network. It is a computer network that enables the communication network computer devices near a person. Here example is we connect establishing the connection between a Bluetooth earpiece and a smartphone. So next thing is important thing and important or essential thing in a networking is network devices. First, network card or network interface card is a network adapter that is used to connect the computer to a network. It has a unique ID that is written on the chip, and it has a connector to connect the cable to it. The cable acts as a interface between the computer and the router. Two addresses is essential for networking. One is a MAC address, another one is a IP address. So MAC address is a media access control address. It ensures that physical address of the computer. Second address is a internet protocol address. That is a IP address. That is a logical address of the computer. So next, hub, gateway, router, repeater, bridge, switch are the important network devices in networking. So first, hub. So hub and switch, both network devices are used to connect the multiple devices in a network. Hub and switches connecting the multiple ports. So here port is a virtual point. It indicating where network connection is start and ends. But hub is a broadcast transmission medium. It means when data is set to the hub, it forwards the data to all the computers connected on the network. So we simply called hubs are non-intelligent. Switch is a support unicast and multicast communications. It means when the data is arrives at any port on a network switch, it examines the destination address. It is a switch network device. Examines the destination address and send the data to the corresponding device. Here, hub is a half duplex transmission mode. We already very well known what is meant by half duplex transmission mode. At a time, only one person is charging the information, and switch is a full duplex transmission mode. So next thing is a router. Router network device is used to receive and send the data on a computer network. So router performs the traffic directing functions on the internet. So traffic directing function means the routers routes the data based on their IP address. We already very well known what is the IP address. IP address, it is a logical address of the computer on networking. So router here maintaining and updating the routing table Based on that, the router forward the data on the network. So here routers are highly intelligent device. So routers are built for joining the remote networks. Bridge. So it's connecting the bridge. It is a network device. It's connecting the two different LANs with similar topologies, and it is also used to divide the network segments. Here bridges are good for segment network and extend their existing networks. Next, gateway. So gateway is a network device in your computer network. Gateway a key stopping point for data on its way to or from other networks. So gateway connects two networks using different protocols together. So gateway acts as a gate between two networks. So internet would not be any use to us without gateway. So why we need networking? So first, file sharing. So the network users to share the data files from different locations. So application means here the client is sending the request and the server is return the response to the client. It's important thing for application sharing. Next, user communications. So networks allow the user to communicate using emails, video conference, etc. And network gaming. A lot of network games are available which allow the multiple user to play from the different locations. So technologies are evolving so fast. Networking would have changed so fast in the last 25 years. These days, even the smallest organization has a connection to the internet. Almost all the companies have websites and get the customers via internet and sell the product via internet. The beautiful world of computer networking is ever evolving. Last but not the least, here I say, networking is not just connecting people, it's about connecting people with people with ideas, and people with opportunities. Sir, thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity given to me. My heartfelt thanks to our management, Register Sir, Principal Sir, and our beloved HOD Sir. Thank you, Sir. Next, this session is continued by one of my colleagues, Mrs. Sasireka Ma'am, sir. Sasireka Ma'am.
Yes, Lakshmi.
Ma'am.
Lakshmi.
Ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Audible irka, Lakshmi?
Yes, ma'am, you're inaudible, ma'am.
Okay. Can you show the slide?
Ma'am, it is visible, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, good evening to all. So now I would like to share some information about industry-wise movement on the latest technology trends and what are the opportunities they are present in the networking. So everyone is know that life without network, a day without network. Okay, so I will discuss one by one. Next, ma'am. Okay, first one is 5G technology. And next, cloud computing and Internet of Things and artificial intelligence and machine learning, augmented reality and virtual reality. The finally, software defined networking. And first, 5G technology, that is 5G network. The 5G, so everyone is know that 5G services is already available in some area in various countries. There are many other companies, they are developing for the 5G technology over the world. Why they are 5G is cellular technology, it's mainly designed to increase the speed, how to reduce the latency, and as well as the improve the flexibilities of wireless services. There are, for example, Ericsson, Nokia, Samsung, and Qualcomm is already the making the hardware in India. So the many of global company will be working together for success to developing the 5G network in India. And next one is, next ma'am, cloud computing. Okay, so what is a cloud? First, what is a cloud? The term of cloud is a network or internet. Another word, we can say that cloud is something which is present at remote locations. When you are providing the services over the network, it may be public network or private network or WAN and LAN and VPN. And that what kind of application nowadays we are using in that cloud? Example, email, web conferencing, and customer relationship management. So all the services, it will be run in that cloud. And what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is referred to manipulating how we are accessing the application through the online. That's the cloud computing. It's mainly offering the online data storage, how to developing the infrastructure as well as applications. So cloud computing is nothing but is both combination of software and hardware, is based on computing resources to be delivered as a network devices. And next, this is a cloud computing example, Facebook and YouTube and Google Docs. And next one is IoT. So everyone is know that is how many connected devices in that everyone know that how many devices connected the worldwide from 2019 to 2030. It is a billions of devices to be connected. The nowadays the 2021 the 10.7 billions the connected to be connected the devices. In future 2022 they are expecting 11.57 devices are connecting. Okay, what is IoT? Everyone know that most important technology in everyday life. So how we can access the information from anywhere at any time on any device. That's why we are using the IoT network. So if you are going to transfer your data over the network without intervention of human to human or human to computer interactions, the main purpose to improve the communications between the connected the electronic device. How actually you are transferring your packet over the connected network. The main important thing, the saving your time. The real-time example, how we are using the Internet of Things in our everyday life. For example, smart appliance, a refrigerator, washer, dryer, coffee machines, and slow cooker. And another one is smart security system. For example, smart locks and smart doorbells. Okay, the nowadays the global IoT market, that is 2.5 trillion annual by 2021, and more than 41 billions of devices will be connected to the internet by the 2027. The IoT is mainly controlled by the technology. Actually, here the depend on it. The younger generations is already addicted to the technology for every little work to be using the IoT based. But why they are developing the IoT is mainly benefits for the business. So the main advantage is the saving of time. Another one example. So if you are while returning home from your work, you can use the app on your mobile, switch on light. For example, switch on your AC in your home, tune the TV, your favorite channel, so that your house is ready to welcome you before you even open your door. That is a IoT is another example. And next, this is the example. And next, is everything is based on sensor. And next, connectivities. This is the example, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. And next, people and process. And third one is people and process. So how to track your information. And next, this is the example. And next one is AI. So it is a very popular in today world, in the every complex world. For example, the healthcare, the AI tool can be mainly support to provide to the faster services. So how to diagnose issue and analyze your data to identify trends, for example, the genetic information, how to help to find for the particular disease. So it is the main purpose of creating for that artificial intelligence. So another example, we can use the Google Map to see our location, how to booking the tickets. So everything information we can easily accessible even from latest scientific research and business analysis. And next one is machine learning. What is the main goal of machine learning? So machine learning to learn from data and make accurate outcome for predictions. Machine learning is nothing but machine learning is a application of the AI. Okay. So another example. And next, machine learning example for that, real-time example, Netflix, and that is online video streaming. What is your online video streaming applications? So Netflix and Amazon Prime, it's mainly is focusing in that ML of video streaming, that is machine learning of video streaming. So now almost every TV channel is also having for that online video content streaming applications. Okay, so this kind of application have captured for that mass audience this kind of technique, that is machine learning technique we are using nowadays. Okay, the many of applications in the machine learning application capture the data of user activities. This is the example for the Netflix. What actually the content the Netflix available in the machine learning, that is the type of content you are preferred to watch, and what is browsing your pattern, what you are watching before actual watching the movie show. This is the trends of machine learning framework and applications. The business is able to, so audience to provide to quality of streaming experience. Okay, this is the machine learning, the real-time example. So another one example, the machine learning is a traffic alert. So how does Google Map, everyone is fastest route, that is traffic is high. What is the combination of factors like how many people are currently using the services of Google Map? So what is the historical data of route? Some of the real-time technique while you are using the Google Map, what are the what actually the allowing the application to use your data like your location, your average traveling speed, answer to the question like what does the route still have traffic or not? So the day, time, any specific occasions, that is we are using in that machine learning, one of the example. So all sets of data to be captured to be stored by the applications by using this data. So AI and machine learning algorithm, that is the right conclusion for give you exact information in the day-to life. So another same example for the Google Map. The Google Map also help to us know how far the upcoming bus from specific stop and even make the predictions on the bus delay. This is the another example for that machine learning. And next, so another example for the machine learning, that is Netflix is used for the machine learning algorithm, and another one is self-driving cars, Waymo, and another example for the patient sickness predictions. This kind of applications nowadays we are using the machine learning in the real-time example. And next one is augmented reality and virtual reality. So general, what is a virtual reality? It's mainly the computer to be generate the simulation or recreation of the real life environment or situation. Okay, the virtual reality is possible through the coding language. What kind of coding you know that VRML coding we are using in the virtual reality. The virtual reality modeling language, VRML, that means virtual reality modeling language. So virtual reality modeling language, the mainly used to create for that series of images and specific what type of interaction are possible for them. That is a virtual reality. And next, virtual reality, the real-time example, the visual means visual sense of under the control of the system. For real-time example, the game, for example, games, surgery, flight simulations are the most well-known uses of virtual reality. So the real-time example, geographical and study of treatment of addictions and the weather forecasting. This is the example for virtual reality. And next one is augmented reality. What is augmented reality? It's a reality that applications mainly used in educational and communication and medicine and entertainment. The example for that education, the content may be accessed by the scanning or viewing on image with your mobile device or by markerless ARU technique. And that is the user maintains a sense of presence in the real world. That is called as augmented reality. So augmented reality is another one thing. Generally, this kind of technology, they are layered the computer to be generated the enhancement to adopt the reality. This mainly developed into used to on mobile devices to build a digital component in the real world. In the augmented reality technology is mainly to display the score overlay of telecasting, sports game, example sports games, and pop-up of 3D email, photo, and text message. This is the example for the augmented reality. And last one is SDN, software defined network. So nowadays, so SDN is nothing but is a network architecture. So Cisco is one of, everyone know that the Cisco is one of the world leader in that using the SDN technology in the data center. Generally, it's supported for the high bandwidth with dynamic application to be accessed for the multiple databases and server. The real-time example, how it will be controlled, that is what are the provides of the SDN services? Lumina, VMware, IBM. For example, VMware, that is virtual networking, and what are the security software to be defined in the data center. It will be provide for that mainly cloud computing on VM network technology. That is another one example, NSX. The NSX used for the network high supervisor. It mainly used to distributed of network function. What is the network of function to be distributed in that SDN? It's mainly such as switches, routers, and firewall across the environment. Everything it will be monitored. The another one, the real-time example, the SDN applications deployed to the major services to be provided. What actually are the major services to be provided, including Amazon, Cisco, Facebook, and Microsoft, NTT. So everything it will be supported in that SDN network. What nowadays that one of the tool we are used in that SDN controller name, that is Open Daylight. Here the SDN controller is a application. Already I am saying that the mainly the SDN, the controller, it is the manage for the flow of control to be switching and router in the data center. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you to all.
Thanks for your basic information that you've given related to the networks and how the networks is being identified in the present trends, and as well as what is a basic structure which is being deployed over it. So I think both the speakers has given an crispy information related to that. So now I'm going to share about what actually the present trend related to the networks and what is the statistics related to the network, where the origin has been started, and where we are now, what we focus. So this is what I want to make it on my presentation. So let I share my presentation now. Is it my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this session of webinar series 3, we are going to see about a next topic to be called as in statistics of networking. So mainly what we are going to carry out in the statistics of networks. So that is very important actually. So when you take about the statistics of networking, where actually the network are being started, what are the different kinds of information that we want to know about networks, where India is being stand over in the network actually, whether we are in the developed country, we are one of the developed country in the world. So in one of the developed country in the world, what is the stage of networking that we have been crossed? and what is the speed limit that we have been carried out presently and in startup in future. So all this kind of statistics information we will see in this particular presentation. So why we need a network? So simply I started with one basic information why we need a network actually. So when you take this particular presentation, this presentation is giving about that what daily life you are going for different kinds of social media applications and different streaming applications starting from YouTube or any other application you are having. So what way the network utilization is being made, in what way the network adaptability will be available. You can see at the right hand side about one basic information I get related to this particular networking. Google is the most visited website in the world, 80.93 billion numbers of total visits in the February 2021 alone. So only in that particular month of February of 2021, 80.93, that is 80 billions of total visits is being made in the Google. So how much of hits is being made and what is the data that is being passed over it and how much of bandwidth and how much of the requirement of utilization is being made. So this is the one basic example why we need a better network or why need a best network actually. So where we have been stand over it and where the India has been standing over in the name of network actually. So when you talk about the network in India, let me see about some kind of basic information and we will make it about what is the present situation and we will see the future. So internet in India began in 1986 and was available only to the education and research when initially it has been started. And it is not publicly available from 15th August in 1995. This is the basic information. And that was make it by the company to be called as an VSNL. And as of 2020, there are 795 millions of internet users available. So that is a general information that to be related to India, I want to give it out. So India is one of the second highest number of Indian internet users in the world. And in 2019, India has been ranked 74 out of 207 countries with a mean download speed of 8.66 megabits per second. So this is the one basic information that everyone should know that all the countries have been connected with the network. So they have been taken list of some countries which they are being providing a better network. So out of 200 countries, India has been in the rank of 74 with mean the download of mean represent about the average. So the average download speed is been 8.66 megabits per second actually. So this is the one basic information that everyone should know it. And World Economic Forum also estimated that 1.1 billion Indians would have been to access to the internet by 2030. So this is another one eclectic information that how the conversion of network that we have been merging from or we have been adaptability from 5G to the so on from 4G to 5G. So this is a basic thing how the networks is being initiated and how it has been upcoming to be in India. So basically, when you are going for network, there are two kinds of media or two kinds of an area where that the network should be provided. One we called as a wired network and second one we called as a wireless network. So as we know that when you go for wired network, BSNL is in the top of in India because they made it all the broadbanded and they have been made it all the fiber optic to be made it all over the India to be layouted and other countries to be connected with the higher level fiber optic cable which having a huge bandwidth actually. So when you take about the wired network, the 5 largest wired broadband providers in India are BSNL, which is about 51.75% of the total customers. Out of total customers, they have been taken about 51.75% and so on. And when you go for wireless, it has been reciprocal, where you can able to see that Jio has been upcoming and Jio has been taken over by applying different kinds of schemes and different kinds of fees. They have been taken over. The first one to take about the customer percentage of 53.14% to be taken out actually. So how many service providers are available in India? So who is a service provider? So service providers are the one who has been providing you the internet service to you as well as web hosting or a domain representation or domain buying. Everything should be taken in the form of ISPs. So totally there are 358 internet service providers are available in India to be taken. So the total international internet bandwidth is being owned by in India to be about 2,933 gigabits per second. So that is how much of total that the bandwidth to be carried out. So out of that, how the India has been taking over that particular one. So that represent about the internet bandwidth. That is represent about what is the meaning of international internet bandwidth. So international bandwidth is a maximum rate of data transmission for a single country to the rest of the world. So from the country of an India to the other countries, what is the level of bandwidth that is being shared, or what is the level of bandwidth that is go for download and upload? So that is a general thing they give about 2,933 gigabits per second is being transformed from the Indian country to other countries to be taken in upload as well as a download. So this is a general representation of your generation of your mobile network, which has been made in what way the mobile network transformation is being made. Presently, we are in 4G, and now we have been converting to 5G by different privatization companies actually. And you can see about what is the speciality that has been 5G is been taking over. That is an 100 into the speed of the 4G is being made, and about 4 gigabits per second gigabytes per seconds of download speeds is being made, and it will be having a healthy relationship between the upcoming technologies and upcoming the developments which is related to an IoT, smart cities, an autonomous car, and remote robotics. And what is the XG, which is being the future, is going to be taken about the terabytes of information to be carried out. So this is the basic information that everyone should know, that what are the top of the countries, what are the top countries available in the world with the fastest internet speed in 2021. So that is the present status. So out of that, you can see about Taiwan is a country which is having an average download speed with which what we mentioned in the megabits per second with 85.02. That is a megabits per second is the highest average download speed which is taken by the country known as in Taiwan, followed by Singapore and Jersey and so on. And you can see that even the United States is being available in the rank of 15 with the average download speed of an megabits per second, which mean about 32.89. And India is been in 74th place, which carried out about average download speed. That is average download speed in the sense, for example, if you are going for any YouTube download of any kind of an high definition movies to be downloaded, or from any other website, the average download speed will be 8.66 megabits per second. So we are in the out of 207 countries, we are in the 74th rank to be carried out with the name of an infrastructure, which what we called as an India to be carried out over here actually. Okay, so when you are taking about key findings in the networks, what are the key findings to be network in the to be made? So out of different kinds of business analysis as well as in the pandemic situation, 45% of the businesses plan to upgrade to newer Wi-Fi or an Ethernet standard by 2022. So that is a wireless technology that they are going to be adapted. And another one major thing that you should know it in the second point, the global average download speed was 11 Mbps in 2019. But and after that it been taken to different aspects actually. So Yemen is the country with the slowest internet in the world actually, which is having around about 1 megabits per second. That is that is out of 207 countries. The Yemen is a country which is having the slowest internet speed in the world actually, which will take about 30 minutes to download the 5 GB of movie actually. So that much of amount of time that is being taken by the country peoples when you are taking for it. And as we already know that in case of networking, the devices are very important to carry out the interlink with any kind of an information. Out of that, Cisco is one of the topmost one, which will provide all the information related to the network devices actually. And what is the basic scenarios when you go for Wi-Fi? That what we call as a wireless fidelity, or what we call as a wireless reliability. When you go for that particular one, what are the basic problems that the Wi-Fi will you face it actually? Okay, so when you go for that particular one, we have a signal interference that there is an distraction, or that there isn't any reflection or refractive. That so like that of things will be made in the signal interference, and spotty connectivity will be made, and inadequate coverage and security. That is a major issues that presently we have been carried out to different kinds of versions actually, and followed by the cost and so on. So these are all the different kinds of Wi-Fi problems to be made that represent about the speed level, because the download speed level itself, we are having 8.6 when you go for the wired network, which is related to the India. So then there's definitely the speed for the wireless that is going to be connected, or that going to be expanded from the wired. So that will take another version to be carried out. So this is another one basic information that why specifically the network is needed, or why specifically the network, why the networks are used, or where the networks are used, in what way the utilization is being made. So this is one of the analysis I've been given to you with the YouTube in 2021. So how the utilization of YouTube in 2021 is been happen. When you take this particular one, you can see YouTube have 2.3 billion users worldwide actually. So when this kind of streamings is going to be made, then identify how many routers or how many network connectivities which is needed over there. So the first objective to be taken in the YouTube in 2021, the YouTube have 2.3 billions of users worldwide, and YouTube viewers watch over 1 billion hours of a video on the platform every day and generate billions of weeks actually. So these billions of views and billions of downloads and uploads to be made in the YouTube actually. And 79% of internet users say that they are having a YouTube account. So that is specifically needed when you go for the account information. And every day people watch 1 billion hours of a video on YouTube and generate a billions of views that already I mentioned over at the top actually. And 500 hours of videos are uploaded to the YouTube every minute the worldwide. So see it out about not only that particular one, that YouTube is also located in more than 100 countries and it is available in 80 languages. Because I will tell you another one basic information that you want to note, that everyone think that YouTube is available in the second language, what the English that we are carried out. But when you go for an YouTube that has been having localized in more than 100 countries and it is available in 80 languages, and out of that 80 languages actually 62% of all the YouTube viewers are being taken in their own language. Only 20 to 27% of peoples are going through the English actually. So most of the peoples are being taking their views or taking their downloads and uploads to be taken only in the name of their localized language. So that is another information I given at the source at the bottom for you for your reference. So when you are free, you can go through about the complete statistic information related to YouTube in 2021, and in future you can see it with the following website which I given at the bottom of the presentation. And when you take about the introduction to the Wi-Fi, so what presently Wi-Fi we are having and what is the Wi-Fi that we are going to migrate to the present situation. So after this pandemic situation, that the network wireless connectivity is being taken much more effective boom up, especially when you are going for e-learning or when you go for any kind of digital transformation or any other uploading of information that is specifically needed now, that is being named in the name of Wi-Fi. That is what wireless network. So in this particular situation, where we are and what is our what actually we are moving off actually. So when you take this particular one, we are in the platform of Wi-Fi 4 and Wi-Fi 5. That is the present the network devices that we have been connected with the version of Wi-Fi 4 and Wi-Fi 5 actually 802.11. That is a standard related to the Wi-Fi actually. And other than that, when you take about the future, that's what we are going to carry out for the future. That will be Wi-Fi 6 actually. So now we are been migrating to Wi-Fi 6. So if anyone asks about what kind of upgradation that you want to do it, especially for Wi-Fi, in the sense, you can only tell like, wow, we are migrating from 4G to 5G. The same way that we are going to migrate from Wi-Fi 5 to Wi-Fi 6, which is around 30 times faster than the Wi-Fi 5 actually. So we want to migrate it to that particular level. So because then only we can able to take upcoming challenges, especially in this pandemic situation, we can able to face it actually. And these are all the different network monitoring tools to be that every students to know about. The network is not being stopped with the devices, or network is not stopped with the IP addresses, or network is not being stopped with only the data. So it is also related to the software actually. So when you take about what are the different kinds of software that is being related to the network, and how we can able to monitor the network, that is an incoming channels or outgoing channels, or we will take it in the upload as well as the download. So when you take about network monitoring tools, we call it as an Wireshark is one of the topmost network monitoring tool which is being used by all the corporate companies, especially to monitor the networks to be taken about 62% actually. And followed by there are some other network monitoring tools like network analyzer, or it may be an Zabbix, or it may be an PRTG network monitor. So these are all the different kinds of network monitoring tools that is being needed. And most probably these tools are open source. So even you can download it on your system, or you can download it to make about the monitoring of your network, especially other than if you are going for speed test. Speed test is a very simple one that you carried out when you are checking about your upload and download speed. But other than that, you can able to monitor about what kind of packets or what kind of information that is being carried out from which particular address is being flowing over it. So like that, internally you can go and see about the network analysis by using the different kinds of monitoring tool that you are seeing on the presentation. And these are all the best network companies available in the world, that the main company that is going to be carried out by the Cisco. So why specifically the Cisco is being taken about to be one of the best when compared to other things, in the sense only two things to be carried out. One is the adaptability and second one is the security. So this is the two major aspects as per my knowledge. Actually, I identified these two aspects, that the conversion or when the upgradation of any kind of a network devices is being made, that adaptability and security is being 100% that you can able to carry out. There will be some minor problems will be, or minor issues be there, but out of that, Cisco is taken that much of care on, especially when the transformation of information. But other than that, there are some other companies which will take about different kinds of companies which having, for example, when you go for cabling, I will go for dealing, because that is one of the company which has been from the starting to till now, they have been concentration only on the cabling of network, like what we call as a wired network actually. Like that, the parallelly we have an TP-Link, that is another the slogan which we called as in the reliable. That the word reliable is very important. The reliable choice. And other than that, Juniper, which represent about the software. That previous slide, what we see about the network monitoring tools, and followed by the Hewlett Packard. So these are all the five. Not only stop it with this five, there are some other network companies available to carry out different kinds of devices provided to the environment. But out of which, these are all the five companies which will majorly carry out the network actually. So thank you for making this patient on your slides. And we will shortly see it on the forthcoming sessions with the telecommunication network system, as well as the evolution of cryptanalysis. The main objective of this program to be named as a right pinch to the right audience. In what way we can able to create a good platform, because platform is very important if you go for any kind of a development. So platform, that the basic platform we want to create it at this right time, before the starting of a curriculum and before the starting of your semester, so that once if you are starting over the semester with this particular basic platform, then you can know that why this particular topic is being migrated, and especially related to the computer networks. That's what we today topic we see about in the futuristics of network, or statistics of networking, the core idea about the network actually. So the network will have every day we have an updates, every moment we have an update. Okay, so you can go for different kinds of forums, and you can go for different kinds of channels to know about in what way the network is being adapted. So once if you know the latest update, and when you are going and see the curriculum will be very easy for you once you can able to understand why the architecture is being designed, why the data transformation is being starting from this point to the to a concern point, why it can't be in the universe, or why it can't be unidirection, or why it can be bidirection. So all these kind of questions will be answered when you go for the right platform. That is the right basics should be given for that. That is why I take this initiative related this program with the name of Right Pinch to Right Audience. Thank you, students, for your wonderful presentation, and as well as wonderful presence on this particular session. Let me see you shortly on the next session. Thank you.